It's 2019 and I'm sitting there in my final leg of second year university trying to finish this final design assignment, and I'm literally so sick and ill. I haven't even slept properly in 2 weeks. My throat is just burning, my nose is gone, I'm literally shaking almost because of my fever. I'm actually 20 years old and I weighed 42 kilograms at that time. I just wanted this design assignment to be over so I could go home and take a rest. Then we got the news. Somebody cheated in the last exam, so we have a whole new exam in another 2 weeks from now. Was university worth destroying my body? Well, the simple answer is no. I can't explain how many instances I had of this exact same situation where I was just sleep deprived, absolutely destroying my body, just sick, high temperature, and I was just pushing, just trying to focus on getting this assignment done, and that's all that I cared about, was getting this assignment done. Everyone else is staying awake for so long, and I gotta stay awake. Architecture students, it's normal to stay awake for so long. And I went all throughout university for 5 years just destroying my body, destroying my health. And especially in architecture school, it's so normalized for people to say that it's normal to do all-nighters and to push your body and that you gotta stay awake for 3 days in a row. The thing was, I was doing all-nighters and my work was not even fucking good. My work was just mediocre, and I just thought that this what you had to be doing was to stay awake all this time, and I thought I was working so hard by doing all these all-nighters because it's what architecture students do. What a joke. And doing all of this took a huge toll on my body and actually my long-term health. Because of these decisions I made during university, there are things that are gonna affect me for the rest of my life, such as because I was eating such a shit diet and I wasn't sleeping at all, I was getting really bad acne, and even now to this day I still have acne scars and my skin isn't the best. And I think if I had mitigated this during university for 5 whole years and took care of this, and also I'm still kind of skinny now because I literally went whole days without eating, and I was living off of literally like chocolate bars and energy drinks and all this shit. I didn't drink much caffeine back then, but I literally lived off of chocolate bars. Like, that was my vice to get through the stress of university, was just more of this chocolate. And then now I think of it 5 years later, I think what an absolute, I just think of the absolute toll it took on my long-term effects on my body. You know, thank God I never developed like diabetes or something during that time, because it was just insane. And I remember we'd always make trips to across the road to get like a pie or fried chicken, and like it was so normalized for everyone just to eat such food during university. And I thought that, you know, I'm not saying you need to be like super healthy and eat great or like change your lifestyle or anything, but university was such a missed opportunity for me to really cultivate actually learning. And like, I think university is the perfect time for you to pick up self-improvement, or at least focus a little bit on your sleep and diet and time management, because my work was not even good from doing all these all-nighters. All these all-nighters are just a result of poor time management. I used to think that I looked at people that do like 3 days of work in a row without sleeping. I look at them and go, wow, that's so good. But in reality, they don't know how to manage their time. And you don't want to end up like that. Because when I started prioritizing sleep, health, and eating right, well, I wasn't even eating that right. I literally just prioritized sleep and time management. And those two things completely transformed my work from being mediocre and it's like one of the best in the university. And I don't want you to make that same mistake that I did during university and just waste 5 years of your life, because yes, university can be a bit of a scam, but for architecture, if you're passionate about architecture, then you have to go through university in order to become a registered architect, right? So if you use those 5 years to your benefit, you can actually just skyrocket your progress and become like, you can get so ahead of the curve if you actually use that 5 years to your advantage. You know what's crazy? I did all that to destroy my health, and now the architecture firm I'm working at now hasn't even seen my degree. I literally got this job during my masters, and I said, yeah, I'll be finishing it soon, and they said, oh, all good. And yeah, they haven't even looked at my degree yet. Not to say I don't have it, obviously I got the degree and graduated, so it's not illegal or anything, but what I'm saying is these firms, they literally couldn't care less about your grades and degree other than what you can bring to the table for the actual firm. So do not think that it's worth destroying your health over this. My point is, I'm not trying to say don't work hard, because yes, you need to work hard, but I'm going to say you need to work smart. Working smart rather than hard is gonna completely transform how you do everything, even in life. One of my good friends from early on, I would say he's never done all-nighters. He's always had great mental health. He had good energy around him. And he was acing every single paper. And I thought, man, this guy doesn't stay here until late. He goes home at like 8. And he's so on top of everything. And he's always positive all the time. Like, broke that stereotype of only those people that destroy themselves and do all-nighters get the good grades. And that's when I realized if you implement good sleep and just doing good, focused, hard work in the mornings, you can avoid screwing yourself over within the last few weeks having to pull all-nighters. Because I realized all these people that are pulling all-nighters, they just simply didn't manage their time. They had 3 months to get this whole assignment done, and they left it for the last week to start working on it. And it's like such a limiting belief that everyone has, that when you get an assignment, you just put it to the back of your mind and go, oh, I don't need to do it. I've got so much time to do this. But it will literally change everything. It's just not about your university degree. This literally goes into your job. If you want to start a side hustle or start your own business or expand out within architecture and get ahead of the curve, the ability to get an assignment and just start it immediately. You don't even have to do everything at once. You know, I'm not saying you need to get an assignment and then do everything on one day. I'm saying you get an assignment and you literally just start 5 minutes. As soon as you get it, just 5 minutes, write a plan, done. That's all you need to do for the day. And that will put you way above the curve rather than just delaying everything and leaving it to the last minute. So it was absolutely not worth destroying my health. And I would say take those proactive steps within university, because, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to utilize it or you want to waste it. I know that I wasted a good 3 years of my life not doing any of that. But that 2 years that I did use and utilize absolutely put me ahead of so many people. And I'm so grateful that I did decide to make that change in my last 1 to 2 years of university. So if you're young and you're just starting university or in your early years of university, the sooner you can implement this idea and this way of thinking, it'll put you way above your competition.